Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Happy Hoya Days. Today's Hoya is one of my favorites. If you are new here, welcome. Take a moment, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any Hoya-related content. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's very special Hoya, one of my personal favorites and probably one of the rarer ones in my collection, and that is the Hoya species Rangsan. Now I want to give you a moment to just fully appreciate these leaves. They are amazing, they are gorgeous, and I can see why this is one of the most highly sought after Hoyas. I feel very fortunate to have this one in my collection. I did get a cutting from a private collector. Unfortunately, today I don't have a whole lot to share with you about the discovery of the Rangsan, other than the fact that the SP in the name probably means it was discovered near somewhere called Rangsan, but because it's such a rare Hoya, some of the big sites that I usually rely on for the basic information of when it was first described, who described it, those kinds of things, actually didn't really have a whole lot about this particular Hoya. I can tell you, however, that in addition to this absolutely stunning foliage, this Hoya also has a very lovely soft pink bloom. As far as care of this particular Hoya goes, I was told when I first got the cutting that it was a little bit of a slow grower, and I've seen that on a few sites as well. Now, I won't say that this is a particularly fast grower for me, but I did find that putting it in leca definitely helped this particular plant. I felt like it started putting on growth pretty quickly after establishing itself and has been pretty consistent about putting out new leaves since I've had it. So if you have or are planning on getting a Rangsan, I would definitely recommend this one in leca. I think it just gives it that extra little boost of growth, helping it grow just a little tiny bit faster. This is another one that I keep under my grow lights. I think the grow lights are just about perfect. Again, mine are not very strong grow lights. They're just kind of supplemental light. And I think that is just about the right amount of light for this particular Hoya. As far as getting a hold of this particular Hoya, I know you probably love it just as much as I do, and it's not one that is super uncommon to see come up. In fact, a quick search brought up a couple on Etsy, places like that, but do expect to pay the price for it. A lot of 1 or 2 leaf cuttings going for in the $50 to $60 range, and a more established plant probably is going to set you back a little bit more. But overall, in spite of the high price and the slightly slower growth, I do find it to be a pretty easy to care for Hoya, not one that I'm worried about or trying to give extra humidity to, anything like that. It seems to be a pretty chill Hoya. So again, I apologize for not having quite as much information about this particular Hoya, but overall one that I think is just absolutely stunning if you can get a hold of it, and one that I would recommend to any collector looking to complete their collection. I do think I have to end this video with just one more shot of these leaves. They are just too gorgeous. Definitely one that you are purchasing for this just stunning foliage. I can't get over it, especially, and look at how big this one leaf is. It's amazing. It's gorgeous. Highly recommend. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. We're getting closer to the end of Happy Hoya Days, but I've still got a few Hoyas left to talk about, so make sure you come back and check out my next video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of days with that new Hoya.